Hello everybody, and welcome back to Warehouse 18. Today, I'm going to be making a Magic the Gathering deck box. The deck box is going to be made out of sheets of wood with some brass decorations on it. As you can see, most of the deck boxes that they give out for free within whatever packs and stuff that you get are mostly made out of like cardboard or paperish cardboard type of thing. Flimsy, they work well, but I wanted to make something a little bit nicer for this game that I really enjoy and play a lot. So here, I'm showing you the basic design. What I want to do is have one part of the housing be for the actual cards and another part be for the dice that you use in the game. To start the project off, I base my main measurements off of the cardboard boxes that they give out, just because that would be easiest and it's already has the dimensions for the cards that I would be putting inside of them. After a little bit of sanding, I'm ready to put together the inner box that is going to hold the main cards. Here you could see me using a deck box that I previously made it for the same exact purpose of making a video for it, but it didn't turn out exactly the way I wanted it to. There was a load of like little mistakes that I wasn't very pleased with. So I wanted to really make it again and make it well. You know, after learning a bunch of stuff after making that one, I knew I could make it better doing it a second time around. So I was using that as a reference for some of the measurements that I was making. As you can see here, I'm taking out measurements so I can start doing the design that I wanted to do on this deck box. Now, what I ended up going with was one of the Magic the Gathering symbols, which is a skull for the black cards that are in the game, which are some of my favorites. So I decided to make that, and I was going to put that on the front of the box, and I was going to inlay that with a brass sheet so it gives it a nice look. And here's the brass sheet that I'm going to put behind the design that I cut out so that it has a nice background of a nice gold brass color, which I really enjoy. And here I'm just showing off just the basic design of what I wanted, where there's a lower drawer for the dice and the top part is where the cards are held. And then from here, it's just making the lower drawer and the top cover. For the bottom drawer, I didn't want the drawer to just completely be able to slide out. I wanted there to be some sort of way for it to stop towards the end so that you could pull it out but not pull it out all the way, or if it would like fall out or something like that. So what I ended up doing was just cutting out some pieces of wood that I was going to glue to the insides, and with a couple of just nubs of wood on the actual drawer, I would be able to slide it in and out, and it would stop towards the end of it being pulled out. It'll make sense in the video, I hope. We'll see. So here I'm showing off how that drawer, I'm not really going to call it a mechanism, but how those pieces of wood kind of interact together, where if you pull it out straight, it won't come out all the way, but if you lift up on it and pull out, then it will come out freely. So you can entirely take out the drawer if you want to, but if you don't want to, then it won't come out. And after I finished with the drawer, it was time for me to move on to the top cover, which was just going to be a simple box with an open part, basically. Not too hard. With a little bit of sanding to make sure that all the edges fit together very nicely and are very smooth, I'm very happy with the product so far. And I'm pretty much almost done it. Oh, lost an eye there. With a little bit more super glue, that was a very quick and easy fix, so nothing to worry about. Up next, it was time for me to make the drawer handle. I decided to use a brass wire, or it's a little bit thicker than brass wire, but brass rod that I bent around my camera stand in order to give it a nice curve, and I will end up cutting that down and drilling some holes in the drawer so that it's got a place to go, and I'm just going to super glue that in place. And as always, the last part is to make this bad boy look pretty. So in order to do that, I decided I would use a very dark wood finish on this dark hardwood, which is it's a dark walnut, which I probably should have said in the beginning, but here we are. And I think it goes with the whole theme of the black cards and just like the darkness with the skull, and I think it contrasts very well with the brass sheet behind it. And that wraps it up for this project. I was really pleased with the way this turned out, mostly because I know it's something that I'm going to be able to actually use. And it's nice enough where I feel that I'm going to be able to actually use this thing. It has a practical purpose. And I really enjoyed that about this. And of course, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave them in the comment section below. I'd love to hear them. And if you enjoyed, please consider subscribing and liking the video and checking out all the other ones I have. And as always, thank you for watching.